What food do you swear people only pretend to like? As a Swede, surestiarming. As a canned fish, Swedes. Swedes are fine in a stew or roast dinner. Edit, you mean the vegetable, right? Edit 2: thank you all for my first 3 awards, you guys are awesome. Too much artificial sweetener. If I've learned anything in this thread, it's that I'm clearly uncultured. I've got no idea what 70% of these foods are. Judging by some quick Googling, the answer is usually fish. Specifically weird fermented fish that only Scandinavians eat. Some of the Jell-O salads out there. Green Jell-O with carrots, and sometimes raisins, is an abomination. Also, whatever the hell my mom used to make with cottage cheese and orange Jell-O. My family had this weird notion that if you put healthy stuff in Jell-O that it was a side dish and not a dessert. Nope, you just ruined 2 foods by making unnatural combinations with them. Mom never did come across a Jell-O recipe that she thought was a bad idea though. Edit, thanks for the awards. Edit 2, since it's a frequently asked question. I'm not from Utah or the Midwest. Mom and Grandma aren't either, they're from Los Angeles. I feel understood here. My grandma once made salmon Jell-O as a refreshing summer dinner. Plain gelatin with chunks of salmon in it. However bad it sounds, it was worse. That's tinned cat food. Oh my god, you're right, it's literally cat food. Ever hear of hot lettuce? The shit smells like a tire fire. Edit, I am floored by the response to this comment. I had no idea this was so foreign to everyone else. Edit 2, I am disabling inbox replies. All 3 of the things people are asking saying have been a skid said now 20k times. Thanks for joining me on this weird journey of disgust. Lutefisk. I only know this from King of the Hill. It was the man with the terrible smell. King of the Hill, where are you from? I am Laotian. You are from the ocean? Are you Chinese or Japanese? I originally from Laos, but last 5 years I live in California. The best is Cottondale, he's Japanese. Cotton stares Con up and down Cotton, no, he ain't. He's Laotian. Ain't ya, Mr. Con? Con blinks in disbelief. U2.B. Thank you. Fondant. This. Plus, the basic rule is that fondant is used on cakes in lieu of tastier icings, like buttercream, because fondant's main purpose is the decoration. But any cake that's strong enough to hold all of your fondant decoration without falling apart is a cake that's not concerned about being delicious. Most majorly fondant decorated cakes that I've ever had are dry, dense, and lacking in flavor. As far as I'm concerned, if we're supposed to eat your cake, it needs to be delicious. I don't care if it looks like a rocket ship. Oh yeah, jellied eels. New shit flavored fish wrapped in some nasty gelatinous slime. Anything I cook bake. Don't say that. I have the soap gene for cilantro, so I had my fiancé try a bit, raw, to tell me what it tasted like. Does it really just taste like grass for people without my curse? I have the soap gene for cilantro, so I had my fiancé try a bit, raw, to tell me what it tasted like. Does it really just taste like grass for people without my curse? No, cilantro does not taste like grass if you don't have the genes that make it taste soapy. Cilantro is parsley's sassier cousin. It's definitely its own flavor. Hard to describe because there really isn't anything else like it. But it's delicious. I guess parsley would be close. I agree. It's like bitters, bananas, or avocado, the flavor is unique. Incidentally, I love cilantro, so I guess I don't have the gene. But even so, I can understand how someone would think it tastes like soap. There is a hint of that, but to me, it just adds to the drama of cilantro. You can have an upvote for the drama of cilantro. Even if it's coriander. I guess multiple names adds to the drama. Ha! I did not realize they came from the same plant. And that the leaves are cilantro in North America and coriander elsewhere. Meanwhile, what we call coriander is just coriander seeds elsewhere. In North America, cilantro refers to the leaves and stalks of the plant. The word cilantro is the Spanish name for coriander leaves. Meanwhile, the dried seeds of the plant are called coriander. Internationally, it's a different story. Coriander is the name for the leaves and stalks of the plant, while the dried seeds are called coriander seeds. Chitlins. Seriously, its intestines sorta cleaned and cooked. That's it. My grandmother would make my granddad cook chitlins in the little shed outhouse where his tools were. No way was she allowing that smell inside. I'll never forget a Jeffrey Dahmer documentary I watched where they interviewed one of his neighbors. A black woman was talking about the terrible smell coming from his apartment while he was cooking human flesh, and she goes, "I just thought he was cooking chitlins or something." So in college, some of my classmates were tasked with helping our forensic anthro professor deflesh remains using what I can only describe as a low and slow simmer method. More than one passerby remarked on how good the soup smelled emanating from the lab. So you used a crock pot? Pretty much exactly that, but sciencey. Raw eggs. Therese, bound to be a better way to cure a hangover. There is. Literally anything else. Like cooked eggs. Like ducking water. My dick is very sensitive. Why would having sex with water cure your hangover? Because my dick is very sensitive. Everybody gonna say oysters, and even though I love oysters, I get what they mean. They're the texture of a thick logie. They taste like salt water and algae that's marinated in an old piece of discarded bubble gum. But I love them. I love them so much. I love them with horseradish, lemon juice and hot sauces. They're mostly just a vector for those flavors, I guess. But I'd never really argue with a person who hates on them. They're objectively correct. I've just eaten so many things at this point, whacked off my taste buds so much, made them numb with fire and acid, that I've evolved to some twisted realm of flavor where culinary cenobites make me genuinely enjoy some clearly disgusting meal. Yeah, I am with you there. I love oysters but completely understand people who dislike them. Bullet. I spent quite some time in the Philippines and I never saw one person actively enjoying the food but eating it because cheap and easy to get. Edit. I am by no means bashing the Philippines. Love the culture and its people. You'll just eat some weird shit. I lived there for a few years. I saw plenty of people enjoying it. And some people apologized for serving me regular chicken eggs when I was their guest and absolutely believed I was just being polite when I told them that was my preference. Tried it twice. It's a cross between chicken soup and a hard-boiled egg, with the partially formed cartilage of a baby duck to chew on for 20 minutes or so. I don't recommend it. I just threw up in my mouth a little. Vomit is the traditional side dish enjoyed with bullet. Anything that's classified as a local delicacy. There's usually a reason it's remained local. And yes, I'm Scandinavian, how'd you guess? Edit. All the exceptions you've listed sound disgusting and your taste does not generalize as well as you think it does. I know this game, it's called Let's See What We Can Get the Foreigner to Put in His Mouth. Snails. Had them. Nothing thrilling, it's all about the butter and garlic oil. I'd rather have shrimp in that garlic butter. Limburger cheese, it smells and tastes like sweaty feet. Edit. A lot of people are saying that Limburger cheese tastes good despite its foul odor. I've never actually tried it, I just made a hypothesis about the taste, and for all the people who like it, you can like what you like, I don't care as long as it's not hurting anyone. Thanks for all the comments, upvotes, and awards everyone. My great-grandfather used to eat sandwiches made of Limburger cheese and mustard-soaked sardines. Edit. My great-grandfather's bizarre taste has turned this into my most upvoted comment ever. Legend. And no one ever spoke to him up close again. Lol. The food my nephew makes. It's too salty and it's always made out of Play-Doh. Wow, so many people hate everything I love. Lamau. Popcorn with ketchup. I don't even want to talk about it. Who does this? Yeah, what the duck? These are the real gems of threads like this, oddly specific, strange, and makes one question the cultural regional context and life events that lead to its coming to being. Durian. The smell of some durian tea from an ex-coworker led to everyone in my, then, office thinking there was a gas leak. I love durian, but that shit does not belong in the workplace in any form, period. You can wait till you get home to consume your rotten-ass gasoline fruit. Teresa reason even Singapore bans durian on its public transport. Teresa fined for it even.